Well, it's barely 2 weeks to St. Patrick's Day, which means spring can't be far behind. Hi, I'm Debbie with Debstamps2day.com, and I have a fairly simple St. Patrick's Day card for you, and I'd like to walk you through its construction. I'm starting with, of course, all the Stampin' Up! Stuff that I used to make this card, including the dimensions. And I will be posting those on my website so you can pick them up there as well. I always like to start with my basic card size base, which is 1/4 of a sheet of letter size paper. This is Tranquil Tide, and a sheet of the Fresh Florals Designer Series paper, cut so that a 1/4 inch border is around all 4 sides. We can set that aside for now. The next thing to do is to die cut 3 hearts and 2 pieces of washi tape, which are found in the mini treat bag thinlits. This is the heart I used, and you can see this is the die cut for the washi tape. I'm just going to quickly stamp the Happy St. Patrick's Day greeting. I just want to show you that I always like to have a generous size piece of paper, especially when cutting out tiny things. It just makes the placement of the die cut around your stamp so much easier. Oh, that one came out perfect, unlike the several that I tried before this video. So that's great. And we're just going to pop this right out here. I ran this through my Big Shot already. So there we have it. And now you can see how much easier it is. It takes kind of the angst out of trying to line that up if you have too small of a piece of paper. So we have our sentiment, and I did not show you the stem. I have a quick and easy way to make the stem right here. This is just a sheet of piece of Tranquil Tide. It's 1.5 inches long here, this way here, but we're going to cut it so that it just lines up with this tiny groove. Maybe you can't even see it, but it's a little groove in the middle of this dark portion to the right of the cutting groove here, and that will cut off about 1/8 of an inch. That's how I got my little stem. So I like to line that up in the middle, and another convenient feature about this Stampin' Trimmer is that I can figure out the middle, which of course I've already done the math ahead of time. So the middle of this is actually 1 7/8, which is right there. So I am just going to put this, line that up with 1 7/8, a little bit to the side. So I know I want my stem to go right there. Now let's see how easy it is to glue this with the Tombow glue. Yes, we're both, this is an experiment for both of us, you know. Oh, look at that, not so bad. And there we go. So I'm just going to, about in the middle, line it kind of right up next to that piece of paper. And if it's crooked, it's not going to matter because it'll look like your shamrock is blowing with the breeze. I'm going to close up my ink there. We'll close that down now. So now I just have my 3 shamrocks, or my 3 hearts, to assemble as shamrocks. I'm just going to put a little glue on there. Pop that one right on the top there. And the trick I found out to these is just to make sure those points just come right together. There you go. And you want to leave a little background showing between each heart. You don't want to jam them up. So this is going much faster than I even anticipated. And there we go. Now, since I have the glue out, I like to put a little bit of background. Instead of just putting a white label on here, I like to put a little bit of background. An easy way to do it is to cut a double of a darker piece of paper in the same shape. So let's see if I get these going the right way here. All right. So I lined them up, they're all the same way. So I'm going to turn this one around and just put a little more glue on there and place it right about there. You know, that kind of covers up the bottom of the stem there, which actually that is, maybe I didn't get it quite in the right place. Close enough. And then I'm going to put this one, oh, looks like I put that on the wrong side, but I'm not going to worry about that. Who can make a mistake? It's going to make it look even prettier. So I'm going to just offset that down to the side there. So I have something that gives this a pop, makes it just pop out at you. Like that. There we go. Who knew? Okay, there's a little bit of glue coming out there, and I have a paper towel. I had a paper towel at my fingertips. Okay, we're just going to dab that off there, and that will dry clear. And that is the beauty of homemade cards. So I'm going to pop this up with some Stampin' Dimensionals on my green card base. And I did not have these placed ahead of time, but you can see how easy it is. There we go. And of course, it's so much fun watching somebody peel the backs off of these, isn't it? I know some of demonstrators can do this in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, but I'm not that adept as of yet, at least not on camera. There we go. Okay, so then all I'm going to do is place this right on my background paper here. It's a little bit different technique from here where I popped up the label. This time the label is flat and I just popped up the Designer Series paper. Now, if you're wondering about the back of the card, what I like to do is, because I like to write on the inside of my cards, I like a white card base. So I cut this one out of Whisper White slightly smaller, so it's only 8 by 5 1/4. And you score it at 4 down the middle here. Send that and then fold it in half. And I put the adhesive on the card base itself and make sure they're both facing the same way, and then just adhere this to the base or to the front of the card. It makes it so much easier than trying to adhere 2 pieces of paper the exact same size. And I have plenty of room to write a note on the inside. There you have it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and happy spring.